finally did it. I finally bought my new Nintendo Switch. I've had it for about a week and a half now, and I'm loving it. This is fantastic. It's so comfortable. It's funny, the timing of the launch announcement of this. I was actually seriously considering getting myself a 3DS XL. I really wanted something I could take on the train with me, or to go camping with, something like that, because we go camping a lot. And then they made the announcement of this little baby. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll just hold off, see what happens. And then there was a moment where I was like, oh, no, I'm not going to spend the money. Because, hey, guess what? In America, this is like $299. But in Australia, it's $469. That's like a lot of moolah. That's a lot of cash. And I didn't know whether or not I was going to spend that much on a handheld. There was a moment where I was like, yeah, nah, God, those are for silly people who want to spend all the money. And I was like, yeah, nah. And then as time went on, there were more videos, there were more reviews, there were more news updates in regards to the capability of the Switch. And I was like, no! They're slowly sucking me into the vortex of Nintendo. Yeah, I'm happy that I caved in, and I'm happy that I finally got one because I love it. I'm so in love with it. This is my new baby. It's my precious, and I wouldn't let anyone else play with it. Why? Because I'm just a child who just got her own way and got herself a Switch. The first thing I really love about this is obviously it's like a hybrid. It's a at-home console that you can dock on your TV, and it's a handheld. Like, I mean, yeah, I've got big hands for a girl, but that's pretty easy for me to carry around. And I can put this in my bag. Obviously, I wouldn't put it in my handbag just like that because I don't want to damage it anyway. I'll put it in a case or something like that. But I've had to put a screen protector on it because I know that I'll end up scratching it somehow. And since, the screen's made out of plastic, yeah, you're going to be able to scratch it really easily if you don't put a screen protector on that baby. Another thing that I like about it is that for me, it's really comfortable. Like when I'm playing, like I can play Legend of Zelda in tablet mode as well as in TV mode. I was really concerned about that because I got big hands, and other people were saying on YouTube before it was actually released that they thought you would be all cramped up, especially for people and men who have big hands. You'd be all, cramped up because everything's kind of like mashed together. But me personally, I mean, I've never had an actual handheld console before, except for like, those really old Nintendo Tetris style Game Boys. I used to have one of those. I don't know if it was made by Nintendo. Was it? I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments below. But I was like in primary school and I'm like 35 now, so who knows. So this is my first handheld, therefore I don't have anything to compare it with. But for me, I'm liking it. I love it so far. I don't like how these accumulate lots of dust. And like, if you leave it sitting out of a case for too long, all the vents here are going to accumulate dust. So I'll just see if you can have a look. I don't know if it's in focus or not. But yeah, all that stuff can accumulate dust, and so I'm really worried about how I would go to clean that out. I mean, my partner's an engineer and he has like an air compressor in his garage, so I guess I could use an air compressor to just, blow it out. But I mean, air compressors are really powerful. Like, what if I damage something? So I don't know how I'm going to clean that. If you guys already have a Nintendo Switch and you have a way of cleaning out the dust without damaging the inside, please let me know, because I need all the advice I can get to get many years out of this bad boy. Another thing that I was really happy with was what you get inside the box when you first buy the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I wasn't happy about the amount I had to spend as opposed to if I was in America, but you don't just get the console. I mean, you also get the docking station, or whatever you want to call it, the dock. So you got the dock, which I have it plugged in currently, so I can't show you. You get, obviously, the JoyCons. You also get the JoyCon straps. You get the AC adapter, which, if need be, you can buy an additional one. Like in Australia, I think it's around $35 or $39. You also get a HDMI cable, which I thought that was pretty cool. Like I've got an Xbox and PS4, and whenever you get a new console of that caliber, you always get some sort of HDMI cable, whether or not it's a good quality or, you know, a cheap quality, at least you still get a cable. And so I was impressed. I wasn't expecting to get a cable. I actually had a spare cable ready to go, just in case I didn't get one with this. So I was pretty impressed with that. What else do you get? What else did I get? Oh yeah, and the Joy-Con holders, like the Joy-Con, the Joy-Con grip. I haven't used that yet because I bought a Controller Pro, or Pro Controller. And the reason why I bought this was because I've never been into Nintendo consoles, and I've always been an Xbox fan or a PlayStation fan. And this brings me to another good point. I was impressed that Nintendo brought this out along with the Switch. Basically, they're not just targeting a very narrow audience, they're targeting a very large audience. They're targeting people who not only like to play games in handheld mode, but they also are targeting people who have always been an Xbox or PS4 user. And that just, it broadens everything out so much. Like, anyone can now buy the Switch. The Switch is suitable for everyone. You know, if you want to play like Legend of Zelda on the TV, all you gotta do is just dock it on the dock, and literally that is it. Like, for me, it's about 1 or 2 seconds, and then it just appears on the screen. It's fantastic. For Legend of Zelda, I play that mainly on the big screen with the Pro Controller. I don't normally play it in tablet mode because it's such a beautiful game, and I'm not used to playing games on a small screen like a handheld. I'm used to playing those type of games on a big screen, and I really want to appreciate the detail and the colors and the graphics and what's there to offer to see on the big screen. So for me, that's my preference, and because I've always been used to using console controllers, this has worked out great for me. And when I don't have this docked and I'm using it in tablet mode, I'm playing more the retro games, like Shovel Knight and things like that. I really enjoy that. Those are the type of games I can play on the small console. And you know, when I buy like, what's that Mario game that's coming out? Mario Deluxe? Mario Kart? I cannot remember the name of the game. But anyway, it's coming out next month, and I'll probably play that in tablet mode. But yeah, something for like Legend of Zelda, I'll definitely be playing on TV mode. So I'm sure you already know that the resolution size in tablet form is 720p, and in docked TV form is 180p or up to 180p. Have I experienced those two resolutions? I would say yes. In 720p on the tablet form, it's like you can't even notice. It's because it's all condensed in a small screen. It's not as if it's stretched out in, like, you know, a 13-inch display. It's only a small screen. It's pretty crisp and clear. The colors are very vibrant. They really stand out. It's easy for me to play a game. I mean, I can play a Legend of Zelda on it, of course, but because I want to appreciate Legend of Zelda for what it is, I choose to play it in TV mode, which is fine. But that doesn't necessarily mean I don't appreciate the colors in this, because it is absolutely beautiful. In TV mode, oh my god, I love it. I love the idea that you can dock it in the dock and be instantly in TV mode, and the picture quality is just as good in TV mode, because obviously it's stretched out to 180p, and it's fantastic. The only thing I've noticed is with Legend of Zelda, and I think other people have noticed this as well, you get like frame drops. I think I've noticed that. I've noticed that a couple of times. So I don't know, maybe I need to change some settings around. If you guys have any advice on the type of TV settings I should have my TV set on, please let me know. I'm using a Samsung LED 55-inch TV. So yeah, let me know if you have any good tips. So just a couple of things I'm not entirely liking about the Switch is that the kickstand. So it's got like this little tiny kickstand here. And if you're not moving the table around and stuff like that, if you just have it resting there, it's fine. But it's very flimsy, very flimsy. You can easily break that off if you're not careful. I don't know if you're able to reattach it or not if it breaks off. But I do like how it covers the actual SD card as well. I mean, that's cool. But you know what they could have done? They could have made the actual kickstand wider. I don't see why they couldn't have done that. I reckon they could have, in the design, they could have done that. If they made it wider, I think it would have been a lot more stable, you know, so it doesn't just topple over that easily. The other thing is that once it is in tabletop mode, you can't actually charge the Switch, you know, because you've got your charging port like right there. So I mean, that was a bummer, which means if I want to play it in tabletop mode, I'm gonna have to get myself like one of those specially designed stands, like those Switch, those Nintendo Switch license stands that go up. I think they're like $30 here at EB Games in Australia. And I think I heard somewhere on YouTube that they were like $16 or $19 or something. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. Please do not quote me. So, you know, that's something that I think it would be a bit annoying. But at least if I get a stand, and I will let you know if I buy myself a stand. With the stand, you can have it at 3 different levels, and then you can charge it while you're playing it, which is pretty cool. I think that's cool. But I think, you know, unless I'm going to like a friend's place or something like that, I don't think I'd bother with that, because I'll have it docked most of the time if I'm at home anyway. It's not going to be a really big deal unless I'm traveling to a friend's place and we're going to have like a Switch party or something. A Nintendo Switch party. That'll be cool. Now I need to convince more of my friends to buy this thing so I can go to a Nintendo Switch party. How cool would that be? And then I can film that and film us being silly, because that would be so much fun. Okay, so storage is an issue. I think everyone knows that now. If you're buying the Switch, you need to buy an SD card. But I guess if all of your games are going to be bought in store on a game card, and you're going to be keeping all the game cards together, I guess you won't need that much storage. But if you're the type of person that likes to download your games onto the console, you will need to buy an SD card. Something preferably way over 100 gig. Because some games, like Legend of Zelda, if you download that online, it's like, what was it? I think it's like 15 or 16 gigabyte. But luckily I bought the game with the collector's edition, so I didn't have to download it, thank God. But if you're gonna buy an SD card for your Nintendo Switch, keep in mind that you can only use that SD card with this particular Switch. So you can't buy a card for your Switch and then take out the SD card and then put it in your friend's Switch and then expect to play the game on his console or her console. You won't be able to do that. When I first put in this card, it actually had to configure it and update everything so it recognized this card. So I haven't tried putting it into another person's Switch console, but I read up online that it just won't let you do it. So I'd rather be safe than sorry and not try, just in case I lose all my data, because that's the last thing I want. It would be catastrophic if I lost all my games. Yes, catastrophic. Okay guys, I will stop rambling on now. I was just really excited about my new Nintendo Switch, and I really wanted to share my experiences with you guys. I'm going to keep on playing with my Switch and get back to Legend of Zelda. Oh my god, that game is so big. You could do like 200 hours in that game and still not get a quarter of the way through because there's so much to do. You're definitely getting your money's worth in getting that game. If you haven't already got the game, get the game. It is so worth it. Anyway, I gotta go. Have fun guys, and I will speak to you all in my next video. Bye!